Well, here we are in the basement. Drywall's all done. Painting is sort of in the works and in the middle of installing the Barricade Subfloor. So great product here. Really like it. However, it's a little finicky because if you're lucky, your house might be square. If not, you have to deal with this kind of shit that I'm trying to work with here, where everything is a little bit out of whack, and every time you cut something, you got to kind of cut it on its own, whatever angle or length. And then once you start, trying to hammer it in around, the stuff just moves everywhere. I mean, it's supposed to, but so solution, stack up all of your flooring. Working through it, just trying to fit through the gaps and stuff, but I don't know, it's nothing square. I mean, I got this great big long run and it was a bit of a pain in the ass to start with. Yeah, here it is anyway, so I'll do a couple more pictures as we get going. This rig right here though, this is a time saver. Using this crosscut sled setup here for this stuff. You just mark what you need, throw it in there, cut it, and away you go. Way quicker than the table saw. You just giver. So really enjoying this setup. It's really working well here. Okay, so I was looking around, installation videos on this Barricade Subfloor. Not a lot out there in terms of helping hand, kind of how to start out and stuff like that. I'll tell you, it's a freaking pain in the ass, because the whole thing wants to move around as you're kind of pounding away on stuff. So it's easy for it to get out of alignment a little bit. These shims though, what I will tell you about these shims, if you look, you can kind of see sort of how they got risers. They go floor like this, not like this, like this. And then what they don't actually tell you is that you want to put them in between the joints. This one I actually got upside down. I gotta move all this freaking shit to flip it back around. But you want to slide it in the middle, because what you're actually doing is sliding this in between the two. So your lift actually comes from these little dimples here. If you don't have the spacing, the seams in the middle of, so if you haven't measured it out and you're just kind of, using lengths, if you're using these shims, you need to make sure that you're at least working in 2-inch increments, so that this will, if you need the shims, line up in between. Because if it doesn't, and it's on there, it doesn't really line up. Actually, I guess if you got it in the middle, it does. But anyways, there's a potential to get some spots in there where it doesn't sit properly and wouldn't really work for it. Anyways, there you go. Well, we're at the final corner keystone. I don't know if it's a keystone. Anyways, the corner piece in the room. Some other sort of lessons learned here. Basically, I can't remember if it said anywhere or not, but a 1/2 inch. So you need a 1/4 inch, basically, for the tongue on the tongue in the groove, plus a 1/4 inch basically to be able to use the pry bar, the drawbar, whatever it's called there. And mark your lines actually, because it's pretty easy to get off perpendicular, off square, off parallel from your room. And you're always going to have walls that aren't parallel, perpendicular to each other. What I found was a good way to sort of help with pounding, because the whole freaking floor moves. Stack up your dry core, Barricade, I should say. Stack it up in big bundles where you're working, right? So in the sort of the pinch areas. So going into the bathroom there, I had to kind of move things one way or the other way. It helps stop the floor from moving. So you get the little the little shims here and there, but basically, if you can get away without having to use them all over the place, save yourself a bit of a pain in the ass. But yeah, stack them up, and there you go.